What's going on, YouTube? It is your girl Lauren Finesse, and I am back, but I am back with a different kind of video today. So I've been debating making this video for at least a couple of weeks, and finally I was just like, you know what? I seen something today, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just make a video. I'm gonna just make a video. Okay, this is in regards to the beef sector and me as someone who has been in the bushes since literally 2014. Okay, so y'all just rock with me. Just let me get through my little spiel. I have been in the bushes of the beef sector. I don't stay in the beef sector. Like, I'm into beauty, I'm into hair, I like wigs. I watch lifestyle vlogs. So I watch a myriad of different YouTubers. But this is specifically about the beef sector. So I've been in the bushes of the beef sector since 2014. The first sort of group of YouTubers that I started watching was Shawn Bradley, Bondi Blue, Ashley Miller, Alexander Rogers, and Much Love from Kentucky. And Ford's Rocks. That was my core group of people that I watched because they reviewed shows that I watched, and I loved all of their commentary. I work for a tech company now, but previously I worked in global payroll, and it was like a lot of numbers, a lot of sitting. So when I would be at my desk at work, I had 3 monitors, and I would be working and just listening to all of these guys just kind of talk about, events and different TV shows that I watched. And I loved all of them, fell in love with them. The person that stuck out the most was definitely Shawn. He was just loud and just like raunchy, but it was entertaining and he was funny. So I got pulled into that sector and his group of YouTube friends, if you will, right? And now, to this day, I still watch Rocks. I love Rocks. Still watch Bondi. I love Bondi. Still watch Ashley Miller. Still watch Shawn. Still watch, now I have some new people. I watch James. And I literally watch mostly everyone who does the commentary that I like. But anyway, when I came on, that was the group. And then Vegas Gate happened. The collective happened, right? Remember the collective and all of that happened. And I remember watching and I was just like, man, these people were so close and were so friendly. And then they fell out. Now, initially I did not watch James. Not that I had anything against James, because I watch James now. I love James. But initially I did not watch James because I could not get over his accent. No disrespect to my people in Pittsburgh, but his accent was just, I could not get with his accent, y'all. And I'm from Chicago, so people say I have a little slight accent too. But I just could not get with the accent, so I never watched him. But when Vegas Gate happened, I started watching him and I started to watch his reviews and I loved his reviews and I instantly fell in love with him and I didn't even notice the accent anymore. It was just whatever. So when that happened, I stayed neutral. I haven't taken any sides. I'm a watcher, a viewer, just like everybody else. Rarely even comment because when I was listening to these people, I was at work. So I never was even really commenting on videos and the issues and the stuff that was going on. I would just listen and be entertained by it. Stay in the bushes, right? So, so that happened. And I remember feeling bad for Lady Nika, but I recall, but I was neutral, right? I felt bad for her because James was really giving it to her. I felt really bad for this woman. But I also felt like it was coming from somewhere. I knew these people weren't just making stuff up about her. So I felt bad for her, but I knew they weren't lying. Again, I stayed very neutral. I didn't comment. It was what it was, right? So I started to watch Lady Nika. Still watch Shawn, still watch James, Rocks, Ashley Miller, Bondi. I still watch everybody, right? I started watching Lady Nika. I used to love her commentary. And then what I started to notice was she would do her reviews for shows a day or 2 or 3 after Rocks and after Bondi. And when I would watch her reviews, it started to be where she went from having her own commentary to stealing, I felt, the exact same commentary and sentiments and everything, like down to a T from Forest Rocks. And I even commented to Lady Nika. This was literally like 5 years ago. This was so long ago. And I reached out just in her comments and was like, are you watching Rocks? Because like your commentary, it doesn't seem like you anymore. Like it seemed like she had morphed into the Forest Rocks commentary, right? And so I stopped watching Lady Nika at that time because it was just like it seemed, again, let me say this video is not to disrespect anyone. This video isn't to champion anyone. This video is literally just to give perspective on a lot of us who have been in the bushes, a lot of us who like everybody, a lot of us who sit back and we see the different things that people do. And it's really sad when the people that you like start doing things that make you look at them and be like, oh, this person is fake. Or this person is doing something I don't like, so I need to stop watching them. Or I need to take a break on this person, but I'll be back. And I'll get into some of that. But that's what this video is about. I just got so frustrated today. And I'll get into it, but I just got so frustrated today. And I seen a couple other people with similar comments to mine that felt the same. So I just had to make a video. I ain't trying to be in the beef sector. Like, listen, I work in corporate. I own my own business. I don't got time to be dots. I don't got time for the nonsense. But I am going to speak my mind and say my piece because the shit is getting, it's not fun anymore. And it's almost like not even entertaining anymore. So anyway, I'll get back to that. But again, flow with me, y'all. Just stay with me. So I stopped watching Lady Nika because it seemed flawed. It was flawed. Like this, and this was like a year after Vegas Gate. Like they had dragged her. She was Gator Croc. She was everything. But I still was watching her because I liked her commentary. She used to do a really good Black Ink Crew and Black Ink Crew Chicago. She loved Van. And those are my people. Like Four, if y'all know Black Ink Crew, Four is my homie. Four did my sleeve here. I know Ryan, all of that, right? So, but I had stopped watching her because it just became like, eh. And then I started more watching. I also stopped watching Alexander Rogers because his commentary just became kind of like corny and I was kind of over it. I started watching Yours and My Truth, which I want them to come back. Oh, Yours and My Truth. If you guys have never seen Yours and My, they haven't made videos in years. But if you go and watch Yours and My Truth, now that was like gang. I love them. And unfortunately they got like into it. They don't make videos anymore. But then I started watching like Funky Dineva, and I got more into the lifestyle vlogs and the hair vlogs. So I was always in that realm of the different varieties. But then when I stopped watching some of these people because they just got to be really nasty and evil and, you know, Justin J, I stopped watching Justin J for a while. Like I loved, Housewives. And he would just be so nasty and malicious on Kenya. And I would just be like, weren't you sleeping on a park bench? Like the things that come out of some of these YouTubers' mouths, and y'all are living so bad. Y'all are living in squalor. Y'all just living bad. But then y'all get on here with this air like y'all so much better than everybody. Let me tell you something. I'm not rich, but I do very well for myself. I would never come on and be like, oh, you dirty. Oh, you ugly. Oh, you broke. All of that, like, especially when the viewers, a lot of us, we've watched y'all. We watched you be homeless. We watched you get kicked out of the house. We watched you, you know, reveal your status online. We've watched you go through all of these different monumental, painful things. And we love y'all because of how you persevered through them. Then there's a new group, I feel like, of viewers that have come on and they have perpetuated the nastiness. And so now some of our favorite YouTubers that we love, have become so nasty and evil. And it's like, damn, like I really used to like root for you. And now I'm looking at you like, you ain't even got it like that to be this nasty and to be this evil. You don't even live like that. We know you not living like that. So why are you being so ugly and nasty? It's frustrating. You know what I mean? It's so frustrating coming from people that really support and saw you in your ups and downs and really rooted for you. It's fucked up. So, okay, that being said, so then again, I had stopped watching Justin J because he started to get out of his body. And then, T.S. Madison and Kaya, like that was the thing to watch on YouTube, and that was fun. And then Shawn and James got into it, and then they separated, and it was very sad. And a lot of us, we did not choose sides. And forgive me for my nail, y'all. Forgive me for my nail and my tree still up. But what? I have a maid. When my maid come, I'm gonna have them take the tree down. I'm over it. It's cold in Chicago. We in a blizzard. I don't feel like doing nothing. I really don't. I don't feel like doing shit. But I'm not getting into that tree. I'm not. I just don't have it. I don't have it in me to take the tree down. So anyway, excuse the tree, excuse my nail. Okay. I did the shoveling, by the way, yesterday. My car got stuck. Quick sidebar. My car got stuck. I said, let me go clean the 8 to 10 inches off of my fucking car so that when it snows again today, it's not under even more snow. And I ended up getting stuck in the alley because like my parking spot, I have a parking spot and you go out into the alley. The salt station is literally two blocks away here. And I live on the north side of Chicago in Rogers Park. There's literally a salt station 2 blocks away. And you would be surprised that the alleys I get, but like some of the streets around here, I'm so lost on why they haven't put the salt down. All right, well, I'm on a rant. But anyway, getting back to the story. So Shawn and James fall out. And like I said, like a lot of us, we did not pick sides. A lot of us were just like, damn, like we did not want this for the people that we like, but we understood it, right? I think some of us saw it coming. We kind of saw it coming, right? They began to not make videos together, and then they weren't doing events together, and they weren't mentioning each other as much on each other's videos. So at that time, I continued to watch Shawn. I continued to watch James. And even when they were going back and forth at each other, I did get a kiki on both sides. But as someone that was a subscriber for so many years of both of them, I never once was like F Shawn or F James. I just let it be. Now, speed up. I took a break. Not a break from the beef sector, but I focused more on my YouTubers that did reviews, right? Because Shawn stopped doing Real Housewives for a while. I think once him and James stopped being friends, that's when the sector got really nasty, like really, really negative. And so I had taken a break from the sector and started watching more of the reviews and on that side of YouTube, and more hair tutorials because I like to do hair. I did do my own braids. But I started getting into the more beauty and stuff and away from the beef sector. And then what happened next? So then Shawn got into it with VS. And this is when I sort of came back into the sector. But when I came back into the sector, y'all, and again, I love Shawn, but I had to stop watching Shawn when he was into it with VS because every single fucking video was about VS, and I'm calling the police, and she called the police on me, and we going to court. And it was like, can we get back to the fun-loving, like, raunchy Shawn, like, talking about pop culture Shawn, like, I love that Shawn. Like when Shawn just did a video last week or 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, the Real Bitch Wednesdays or some Wednesdays, I lived for all of it. I was so mad when it was over. I was like, yes, every Wednesday, Shawn, if you see this video, let's get back to that. Because that is hilarious. You have better, and I don't care what nobody say, you got better commentary than Funky Nika. I said it. I said it. And I say that because I like Funky Nika, but Funky Nika comes off sometimes as like, he's another one of those people, like try to talk like, oh, I'm just so, and I would like to think that when they would like to do, but then want to turn around and be, yeah, I be down there with the rich cars. It's like, it's exhausting, okay? Yeah, we know you're smart. We think you're smart. But sometimes his commentary is a little bit a little yang, and it's not that entertaining. Shawn can get raunchy. Now, when Shawn started to get raunchy, I got to turn the volume down some. And when he get too raunchy, I got to turn him off. But when he's in his pocket, like really talking about the pop culture issues, like when he be talking about Nicki and Megan, and so, when he's talking about all that stuff, Shawn is unmatched, okay? He is unfreaking matched. I said it. But anyway, when Shawn started getting into it with VS, I had to stop watching. I literally was like, I can't watch Shawn do this. And I started watching James more because James was still doing reviews. And, James will get into it with people here and there. Wasn't a big deal. And then I believe this was last year. Then brought y'all all the way up. Last year, he got into it with Phi Babe. I had never heard of Phi Babe. I didn't know Phi Babe because, again, I was in the sector, but I wasn't deep into the Phi Babes and the Ritas and the Quanies and I'm up to date now, but I was not in that mix when that group came in, along with those subscribers. But when he got into it with Phi Babe, I'm like, who is he? Was saying Phi Babe name. Hold on, y'all. He was saying Phi Babe's name, and he was saying other people's names. And I said, let me go see who this Phi Babe person is, because I had seen a couple people say her name. And I went and seen Phi Babe, and I absolutely loved her. And I'm from Chicago, but I've never met Phi Babe. I'm not Phi Babe Nation or anything like that, but I really do love her. I think that she has it, right? Some people just have it. And I think if we're being honest, it doesn't matter who you like, who you dislike. Some people just got it. And y'all got to admit, she just got it. She does. She does. And it is what it is. I came on to Phi Babe when she was doing the Surviving Creepy Colwell series. I came on and I actually watched it, and it was entertaining, right? But I still love James. That's the thing. I still love James, but I also thought what she was doing was very much entertaining. I did. And then they stopped beefing. And then I started to watch Phi more. And Phi was getting into it with her mods and with different people and with Reed and Tracy. And it was so much to keep up. I don't have time to keep up with all of it, right? So I just skimmed through some of that stuff. But recently, and let me just kind of, pull this together. Recently, I feel like, and I seen someone say this today in Read the Heart of Philadelphia, or Not the Heart, whatever her new name is. I see somebody saying her comments today, this might as well be the Phi Babe sector. This is no longer the beef sector. This is the Phi Babe sector. And I slightly agree. It is so frustrating to me that I can't watch some of my favorite YouTubers, and I can't even get to know you new YouTubers, because all the fuck y'all talk about is Phi Babe. And I got to tell you, that only makes the people who may be on the fence or who halfway like her or who like her, that only makes us like her more. Now, I still love Shawn. I still love James. I still love Forrest Rotten, Ashley Miller, Bonnie Blue. They're not really in this sector, so let me not even include them in this particular part of the video. But right now, I was saying the beef sector, there are people that I don't really know, but I don't dislike. And then there are people that are just like, I can't. I really cannot. I love Shawn. I love James. I love Phi Babe. When they are all into it, mingling, I do get a key out of all of them against all of them because I like all of them. When it begins to be too much, though, it's just like, okay, guys, can we get back to the reason why we really fell in love with you guys? You know what I mean? Like, it really is a lot. And then when they're not beefing, here's Rita. I don't know Rita. I don't know Rita at all. I really wish, from what I see, let me just say this. I don't know her, but I really wish she would take a break from YouTube and just like really put that energy into something off of YouTube, and then maybe come back and show us something that you've worked towards, something that you've accomplished, you've done. Because the way that these people come at her, it's like, girl, they got so many reads for days, and her hollering and screaming about I'm so real and it's like, okay, that's fine and dandy, but you are a woman of a certain age. And when you get to be, and let me say this, I'm 36, right? So let me just get that out the gate. I'm 36. So I am a woman of a certain age, right? There's a certain way that I carry myself that is not going to be the same way I carried myself when I was 26 or even when I was 16. And especially someone with multiple children, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. And it's like, I really wish Rita the best. I don't know how she's going to get it, how it's going to work out, but I wish she would take a break from YouTube. I think YouTube is, Rita, no shade. It's not for you. You need to just take a break. That whole thing that just happened a couple weeks ago with Reed and Tracy D against her, and y'all were doing all of that to bring this woman's business down. It is like, what else do y'all got going on? What else? Especially people with children. Like, what else do you have going on? A lot of children are being homeschooled. It's not the time to be sitting in front of a laptop or a phone yelling and screaming all day. Like, it's just not. Like, we got to do better. Like, if y'all ain't figured it out, man, like, the government, the system, everybody, they don't give a fuck about us or our children. And so we have to be the people to, like, step in. And with all that's going on, it's fun and nice to get on here and get a kiki from a video or two. But when y'all be on here for 8, 9, 10 hours with your kids riding around in the car and it's too much. It's too much. And I genuinely want Rita to win. I don't know her. But it's too much. It's too much, girl. It's coming off very much obsessed. It really is. It really is. And it's going to take somebody to take a step back. And I think with Phi Babe, what I've seen with Phi Babe is that she can get into it, and she does get into it. She can get into it with 30 of y'all. And then she can switch her focus to something else. And then all 30 of y'all will still be mad at her and make another 30 videos about her. And she done moved on to something else. And then guess what? Because y'all still be talking, by the time she doing this over here, by the time she get back, y'all still talking about her. And now she's re-engaged. And she's re-energized because she shifted focus. Meanwhile, y'all are tired because y'all done kept going at her. It's exhausting. Read The Heart of Philadelphia or whatever. I remember the camera slip and everything I saw. With the Rita situation, I was really on your side because, well, I won't say on your side because, again, I'm indifferent about all of it. But I saw more where you were coming from because you were saying some real shit initially. Initially, you were saying like, hey, y'all were trying to take down Phi Babe's business. I'm also a businesswoman. That's not something that I would do. You were preaching all of that. And I said, I like that. That is real bitch shit because y'all on here messing with people's livelihoods. Everybody is. And you know what? If that's what you want to do, go for it. But then when it happens to you, don't get on here crying. Don't get on here crying when you doxing people. And then when they dox you back, now you mad about it. No. Y'all doxing each other. So if you going to stay in that lane and dox people and get in their business and try to ruin their livelihoods, then when it happens to you, don't be looking for sympathy. Period. And that's period. Reed, you did all of that when they were dragging them t-shirts with the logo. They were talking about the logo. They were dragging your whole business. You fake. You was trying to put on for a show and show Tracy D. You was this and that. And I saw it in the text message. You were doing that. But I also understood your response. I felt like you were coming from a place of being almost exhausted. Like, you know what? I don't want to beef no more. And then today or yesterday, or actually a few days, you always managed to throw Phi's name into the mix, no matter who you was into it with. Like I would watch you. That's the thing. I would watch you. But then the other day you made a comment and you said something about Phi with the Better Business Bureau and somebody called and all this other kind of stuff. But then today you made a whole video with her name in the title talking about this woman's business after you were just saying a couple weeks ago, you ain't into that. You not into that because that's not what real bitches do. And I'm a real black woman and I support black business. But then today, like the hypocrisy of it was so exhausting. And I'm like, I wanted to like you. I got put on to you from Phi, right? With the camera slip. That's how I saw you. And I was somebody who came in very impartial. Like, let me see what she has to say. I'm not going to go by what Phi has said or what Shawn has said about you. I'm going to watch you independently and make my own opinions about your content. And I was feeling you until you did that flaw shit today. It was flawed. It was flawed. And I'm just going to call it out. Same thing with all of the YouTubers. If you do something flawed, it doesn't mean that I'm pro somebody else and anti you. It doesn't mean that I hate you and that I'm team this and nation that and club chat. I'm none of those things. I can like everyone. But if you do some flawed shit, your subscribers should be able to say that without being ousted or without being everybody just like feeling shitty about it. Like, we have opinions too. And I'm also a YouTuber. My content is different. I'm not in the beef sector. But I can watch almost any and everybody and get a key from it, or at least see their perspective without me being anti them. You know what I mean? Rick Reed. I liked Rick Reed. I seen his videos like some years ago. I think when he had got into it with James. Again, I got put onto him from the beef James had with him because I watched James. And I would watch Rick Reed. And I liked his videos. I never subscribed because some of the content wasn't for me. But I liked Rick Reed, right? Nothing negative to say, right? And let me put a bow tie on this. Everyone in this sector, especially for the YouTubers that are heavy in the beefs, what you guys have to know is you guys have supporters and subscribers that really like y'all. But when y'all start getting ahead of y'allself and being too nasty, it's really disappointing. And of course, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. Like, who am I to tell you what you gonna do and fuck me and da-da-da, whatever, right? I get it. But coming from a genuine place, and that's where I'm coming from, this shit has got it. Like, can we take a break? Can we take a time out, right? Like, how we having a school semester? Like, can we get a summer break of just like the nonsense? I'm tired of the panels. All these new people coming on. This Brianna. It's like, ma'am, she's another one. It's like you have so many other things that you should be worried about than sitting on YouTube all day or even part of the day doing nonsense. It's too much. It's heavy. Again, what I don't like is that everyone makes 50 videos about Phi, and she always comes back and makes these people look crazy. And a lot of y'all I like. But it's like I came in the game like in a completely different set of YouTubers. And one thing, I will say this, one thing that has not changed, I still love James, I still love Shawn, I still love Phi. Those are literally my three favorite in this sector. Those are my three favorites. Like, those are the top dogs. I think everybody knows that. But a lot of y'all just got to stop with the hypocrisy. Stop with the hypocrisy. Please stop. Like, because a lot... let me say one last thing and I'm be done. The thing that I just saw with Lady Nika. Lady Nika, I am very glad that you were able to like remedy. I don't know what was going on with your teeth and your mouth. I watched you when you didn't have the teeth, right? I stopped watching for different reasons years ago. But what I saw on a video with you, the things you were saying about Phi Babe, you mad because I get my teeth done. You mad because I get my breast done. You mad because I get my tummy tucked in. Ma'am. Ma'am, you are not living like that. And this is the thing. You are a woman of a certain age. You don't have to live like that. Like, you're not in competition with her. She's a younger woman. She's a woman of a certain age, but she's a younger woman. Y'all are not in the same group. Y'all not in the same lane. For you to be on here and the people in your comments hyping you up, those are the people who I could tell are not loyal subscribers or who have been around long enough. Because what I saw was you were being like real cocky because you got your teeth fixed, which is great. Like, people were happy for you. But then why you got to get your teeth fixed and then be an asshole about it? Now, you knew getting your teeth done, people was going to have something to say. You knew that. You knew that. But then to get on here with that elitist attitude, like, yeah, and you bitch, you bitch. With what kind of walls? And I'm not trying to read you, but ma'am, I'm just telling you it ain't right. And let me say this, I don't want y'all to think I'm caping for Phi, because Phi be wrong too. Sometimes Phi reminds me of Kenya Moore. Sometimes Kenya Moore be winning, and somehow she just managed to throw a dagger at somebody for no fucking reason, and it starts the bullshit all up again. And it's like, damn, I want you to win. Just shut up. Okay, so I don't want y'all to think I'm caping for her, but what I see is a lot of y'all hate her, but then y'all spend so much time talking about her. So this message is to all of the YouTubers in the beef sector. A lot of you guys have great content. ZT, let me say something. I was watching ZT the other day. I was in fucking tears. I was literally laughing so hard because he be so serious saying the nonsense that he be saying, but it was so funny. No disrespect to the woman Deanna, but he said, why don't you put a bunch of different jobs on a piece of paper and put the papers in the hat and tell your man to pull out a job? That was fucking hilarious. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be fun shade. Like, he's so fun shade. He just be in his own world. That's the type of shade the subscribers like. When y'all start getting nasty and fuck your kids and fuck your dead kids and fuck your dead mama and fuck you and you had a disease and y'all, it's heavy. So from someone who is outside of the beef sector but who appreciates the beef sector, can we just get a break? Like, we don't even need to all get along, but can we bring the shade up from doxing and nastiness and ugliness to fun shade? Your feet dirty, your mama ugly, you know, you got a TV from 1970. Whatever we can do that is light fun shade, but can we bring it there and stop saying you don't feed your kids, your kid is dead. I think I heard James say something about we was throwing dirt in his face, talking about Shawn's dead son. I'm like, James, and I love James. I'm like, James, you had an ailment that could have taken you out. Like, that was one of the things that like started up when I'm having these feelings of making this video. I'm just like, James, wow. Like, my goodness, like, y'all know James can cut you with a fucking knife with that tongue. Abso-fucking-lutely. And that's one of the reasons why I love James. But it's like certain times, certain things that these YouTubers say, it's heavy. So, again, can we just bring it up just a little bit? I know y'all, I don't know how this video is going to receive. I don't even know if y'all going to all see the video. But I do want to say this. We like the fun shade. We like when everybody don't have to get along, but we like when it's fun shade, and we like when people are in good spirits. And I would like for the sector to bring that back. It can still be the beef sector because people ain't gonna like everybody, but can it be the beef sector less all of the heavy, nasty, evil, elitist, just like shit? Can it, please? Please. Signed, Lauren Finesse, a loyal subscriber and beef sector watcher. Okay? That's all I got to say, y'all. I'm going to leave it there. The video kind of long, but please watch it to the end. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe and like my other videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.